Would you let an 8-year-old wear makeup? And when I say would you probably already do. The number's 0207 862 2222, because according to a new survey, 3/4 of parents have purchased beauty products for their children, including those as young as 8 years old in the last year. They spend an average of £111. That's only about £40 less than the typical adult spends on beauty products. And they buy a range of items for little children, including lipstick, mascara and foundation. But I wonder whether you think products like that are appropriate for young children. Do get in touch on this one. I'll start with Afua because you've got the youngest child. How old is she now?
Yeah, she's 13 now.
Yes. Is she wearing makeup?
Now, she likes a bit of lip gloss, tiny bit of mascara occasionally. That's it. When she's sort of going to school or going to basketball training or going out with me or whatever. But when she was younger, so when she was little especially, she liked to sit and watch me do my makeup. So then she would just go into my makeup bag and use things and try things and stick on the eyeshadow and try the lipstick and things like that. And when my dad was alive,
she used to... That's your dad with her.
Yeah, and she used to sit and put makeup on his face. She loved it. From watching me do it, like put it on myself. So she loved to experiment with it, but she was by no means putting on like a full face beat and going out to school when she was 8 years old. She was not doing that, just experimenting with stuff. And now she's a bit older, she does like to experiment with eyeshadows and things, but my thing is making sure that anything that she's trying is for her skin tone.
You see, we can see her there.
Yeah.
And I can hear the voices of all my grandmas and my mother all saying, she's a beautiful child. She doesn't need makeup. What does she need makeup? She's so young. Why would you even, let her anywhere near any makeup? She doesn't need it, and she certainly doesn't need it, does she?
She certainly doesn't need it, but she wants to try it.
Yeah.
And it's not like she doesn't feel that she needs it to go out. She doesn't feel that she needs it to look beautiful. She just wants to try it. And she loves using like lip glosses and lip balms, which I absolutely don't mind her to have that. And she doesn't wear makeup to go to school. She just loves to try things.
Let's go to Eve, because I would say that Eve's daughter's makeup is among the most frequently discussed makeup in this country.
The orange face.
Well, the orange face, the very, very heavily sort of shadowed and mascaraed and cold eye and the fringe and the whole thing. It's a look, isn't it?
It's a uniform.
Is that what it is?
Well, I think in a funny way she's come across it. It's she didn't start like that, and it's a uniform. It suits her and it works, and that's it. It makes life simpler for her.
Do you ever discuss?
Do we ever discuss?
Do you ever say, Claudia, try something else? Try a pale, a pale
well,
pink.
She does sometimes when she's not on air. She tries a pale pink or she tries a blue nail varnish or stuff like that. But I think she just thinks that's part of Claudia Winkleman, I suppose, now.
She said very often that you didn't have mirrors in the house at home. Obviously, we think you must have had a few mirrors. You can't have had a house with no mirrors. But obviously, you were trying to say being pretty or looking a certain way isn't the be-all and end-all.
That's exactly what I was trying to say. It's not just about this. And a lot of the mirrors were like above mantelpieces where, till she was a certain height, she couldn't see, and all the rest of it. I just felt, I was fighting my way through a man's world. And I thought, in the future, this should be a woman's world as well. And it has become that, hasn't it? Which is great. And I just thought it shouldn't be just about what you look like, because
if she had said, give me some makeup at the age of 8, what would you have said?
Oh, I can remember once asking her if there was anything, I was doing wrong in things. Is there anything she'd like me to... And she looked at my nail varnish and she said, I'd like you to wear a darker nail varnish, Grandma, Mummy. And I thought, if that's it, I can deal, But I had one daughter and one son, so it didn't happen again. But I think the idea of girls wearing skin foundation at 8 and 9, I think girls are growing up earlier.
Too fast.
And I think probably too fast. And we all think we want them to be running around the garden or climbing trees or reading books. I mean, it doesn't matter what they're interested in. And it worries you about what they're sticking on their face. Yeah. But I understand totally. They see us getting ready, and of course, we want to be a symbol of something they respect and admire. Yeah. So you can't have them both. So yes, of course, she'd look about what I was doing, and who knew what I was doing? I mean, I was just making it up as I went along. But she didn't wear makeup, and the idea that you spent anything more. I mean, we go to Woolworths. Remember Woolworths?
I certainly
love to
do.
Woolworths.
And pearly
Pick and
pink
mix.
lipstick
Yeah.
and bright
Pick
blue
and
eyeshadow. I'm going to ask Gail about this after the break. Oh, you have a daughter, Honey.
Yep.
She got a first, an absolute stellar degree. I mean, she's
Yes,
a very,
she
very
did.
bright person.
Yep.
Was she into makeup?
No. I don't wear makeup. I mean, I wear it today, obviously, because I'm on your show.
Yeah.
But at home, I don't really bother. You know, I lost my hair. I just couldn't be bothered with anything. Occasionally, I'll put on little bits and pieces. But, you know, I lost my eyelashes. I lost my eyebrows. So it was all just a bit kind of, oh, whatever. It didn't really matter. But she was not interested in the slightest. And I'm more than happy for her not to wear anything.
And now?
She puts on, yeah, she always looks lovely, but I mean, she doesn't, it's not all the time, it's just whenever she feels like it.
Yeah.
So she's not really into her TikTok or anything like that, so I'm very fortunate
Done
parent.
a fabulous bang-up job with that girl, haven't you? Well done. Let's talk to Virginia in Cornwall. What do you think about this, Virginia? Makeup for 8-year-olds?
No, not for me. When I was 8, my mum, it was in the 70s and everyone wore makeup. And I said, no, I'd rather have painted by numbers like my brother had.
What did your parents say to that?
She wasn't impressed, but that's how I am.
And do you wear makeup now?
Do things than painting my face.
And now?
I did work on a ship in America.
Yeah.
And I worked in the Caribbean in my late 20s.
Yes.
And I had makeup on my face, and that's the first time I ever wore it. And it ended up on my white shirt, and I thought, no, rather get a suntan.
Really? And so now, is your budget for cosmetics every year actually nil? You don't buy anything, not lipstick, not
No, I
mascara?
don't buy anything at all.
Wow. Gosh.
And the other thing is, I think people that give people makeup when they're younger because they think it's a pageant for a beauty contest or something like that. And it just teaches them that they don't look nice enough and they need cosmetic surgery when they're older.
Virginia, good to talk to you. Thank you very much. Let's talk to Sarah. She's in Portugal. Sarah, what do you think? Makeup for 8-year-olds and lots of parents, 3/4 of parents buying it.
Absolutely not, Vanessa. Can I just say you look gorgeous and your makeup looks gorgeous.
Me?
You're an
Thank
adult.
you. Got to thank Justine.
yes,
she
yes,
does this.
you
Poor
do.
old Justine.
You look
Every morning
amazing.
I appear with this face. You should never see it. And she paints features
you
where
look
I haven't got
amazing.
features. I love her. Thank God for her. Tell me about children, though, wearing makeup, Sarah.
Okay, so I'm an adult. I'm 55. I love makeup. I'm an artist, so I work with a lot of makeup. I absolutely love it. For adults, for children, absolutely not. I think it is horrible. I was in a store last week and there was a young girl who was maybe 7 wearing red lipstick next to her mother, and 3 men in the store were looking at this child. Now, I don't know if they were looking at her in disgust or in attraction, but it was so creepy and it bothered me so incredibly much. I raised a young woman who's now 21. Like I said, I love makeup, but it is so wrong. And as the previous caller said, it teaches a child that I need this to be more attractive. And they haven't even hit puberty yet.
Yeah.
So it's just, I think it's really dangerous.
And I appreciate the call. And all I know is that when I was growing up, all the heroines that we loved in books especially were the ones who weren't at all interested in how they looked, like Jo in Little Women and Anna Green Gables. You know, they were always trying to do something more interesting than footle about with how they looked, weren't
Yes.
they?
Yeah. They were.
Yeah, and I think that was a
Absolutely.
pretty good life lesson, really.
I think I was traumatised when Mum put sun in my hair.
Oh,
Do you remember that stuff
yes.
that you put sun in and you just looked like it was just bizarre.
Yeah, went sort of orangey yellow and you could never get rid of it. I do
Yeah,
remember.
exactly. Well, I got rid of it, but...
Lovely having you on. Very nice to see you all. Many, many thanks.